So, why are we here again?
Don't we have other stuff to do?
Well, we've come this far. It wouldn't hurt to just go and say hello to Phaeroh.
I'm hoping he won't be around.
What's this? It's like a hole just opened up in the sky.
Oh, that. It is a phantom rift. Phaeroh made it.
What the hell is a phantom rift?
Jormungand, the town where we met Duke, was an illusion that Phaeroh made.
There wasn't anything left but ruins that second time we went there.
It kind of makes sense if what we saw in Jormungand was from the same time as the ghost ship.
Besides Duke, that is.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
And you say Phaeroh made this thing?
Yes.
It seems like Phaeroh's not around here anywhere.
He's not responding to my calls either.
Hey! What's going on here? No! Whoa! That stupid kid!
Let's go.
Carol, are you okay?
I'm okay. That was crazy.
This is Jormungand.
Or the illusion of it that Phaeroh made.
There's no one around.
Could Phaeroh be here?
Perhaps.
Let's have a look around.
What brings you here?
We're just travelers passing through.
I'm sorry, but there is no longer an inn or any shops in this town.
Are you here alone?
Yes, it's just me.
You wouldn't happen to be the sage, would you?
The humans of this town once called me that.
Huh? But didn't the sage die?
Shh.
This is an illusion Phaeroh made, right?
So that would mean this is actually the Jormungand of 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, I wonder if the lack of a barrier blastia is the reason everyone else took off.
How perceptive. Blastia cannot easily be acquired, nor do we have the clear ciel crystal. The children of the full moon should never have signed the pact with the Interlakeia.
Pact?
They agreed to bury most of the blastia, with the children standing watch over the rest.
In order to protect against the Adaphagos.
So then, the ancient civilization didn't collapse. It was sealed up.
Well, I thought you were perceptive, but now I see you actually know nothing.
What? Supervising the use of blastia. Doesn't that remind you of the Empire today? Well, Estelle is a child of the full moon, not to mention one of the heirs to the throne. Wait! So then the children of the full moon must have founded the Empire.
Please, there is no need to speak in hushed tones. The pact will surely be forsaken, unless, that is, all blastia can be done away with for good.
But people couldn't live like they do now without blastia.
A certain type of life can be led, even without blastia.
Yeah, the inconvenient type.
So it has always been. They come to depend on anything that eases the burdens of life.
Yet even knowing that, you helped the people of this town to build a barrier blastia?
I too was poisoned by the desire for greater things. I couldn't ignore the convenience.
Now what kind of a sage does that?
To be a sage means only to be rich in knowledge. I too belong to the society of people.
Being a saint isn't a prerequisite for leadership then, huh?
Well put. And the children of the full moon are no different. The role of supervisor will turn into one of absolute authority before...
What does that mean?
It's pretty clear if you look at what the Empire's become.
Anyway, nothing remains in this village. Not even Blastia. You are welcome to stay the night, if you don't mind the ramblings of an old man.
Thanks.
I feel kinda dizzy.
I can't believe he kept us up all night telling those stories.
Well, I was fascinated by his epic tale of the girl who fought with a frying pan and a ladle.
Estelle, it sounds like you want to hear even more stories.
Yeah, well, you can count me out.
Anyway, this is quite impressive for something that's just an illusion.
It's so weird. It's an illusion, but we can talk with people and everything feels so real.
Perhaps it's because these things really did exist at one point in the past.
Humans could never give up Blastia completely, which has brought us to where we are today.
The Empire was only meant to monitor the Blastia, but they started digging them up and studying them.
The Entelekea despise the Blastia, but humans just can't let them go.
Greetings, Elder. What were you grumbling about?
Oh, you've returned. Look what I found when I was cleaning my dresser.
You had a sword in your dresser?
Hey, but this is...
This isn't just any old sword. It looks like, you know...
Yeah. No kidding. Not so much the shape, the vibe it's given off.
Just what kind of sword is this?
I was hoping you would ask. If memory serves, it is one of the 7 fell arms of legend.
You mean the weapon spawned by the 14-headed monster from the fairy tales?
I don't know how the story is told below, but here the legend is as follows. At the height of the ancient Blastia civilization, an attempt was made to produce special weapons. Eventually, this led to the creation of armaments of untold power.
So these weapons are a legacy of the ancients. Well, De Nomos is real. Maybe this story is too.
Is De Nomos one of these fell arms, then?
I'd say it's possible if what the Elder said is true.
But if this really is one of the fell arms, why was it in your dresser, Elder?
I can't remember for the life of me. It's been decades since I've cleaned this thing out.
You haven't cleaned out your dresser in decades? I don't know what to say.
If these weapons are really as powerful as they sound, it might be a good idea for us to get a hold of them before they fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, there've been quite a few sets of wrong hands out there lately, too.
Might we take this with us, Elder?
Huh? Oh, fine by me.
You're giving it to us just like that?
To tell the truth, I'm glad it turned up, but I'd been wondering what I'd do with it. I've got no real use for it. Besides, it would be a shame to just leave something like this lying around. I figure you are just the ones to put it to proper use.
Do you know anything about the other fell arms?
Let me see here. According to the legend, the 7 weapons share a common bond. If this is truly one of the fell arms, it may react if brought near the others.
But De Nomos hasn't reacted at all.
Then perhaps it isn't a fell arm after all.
Then how are we supposed to find them? Well, there's no point thinking it to death. So long as we have one of them, the bad guys won't be able to get them all, right? Maybe that's good enough.
I agree.
All right then, Elder. We'll take it off your hands. Thanks. Man, up close, this thing is bigger than I thought.
Is this really one big blastia? There's no way!
It's gotta be a Hopeland blastia designed to threaten everyone in the world!
It must possess unimaginable power.
Hey, look! It's a ship!
Is it the Knights?
No, I can't believe they'd make it here this fast. It's probably the Royal Guard.
That must mean... Yep, the entrance is closely guarded.
They're swarming like sea roaches!
There aren't that many. We could blow them away before they knew what hit them.
Easy. We're not here to get noticed. Let's see if there isn't some other way in.
We've seen plenty of blastia so far, but this one's in a different class altogether.
If this was made at the end of the Garayo civilization, it may contain clues to other technology.
Chances are pretty good if the building we saw on that relief in Myorzo is actually Zaude.
So is there a connection between the Cataclysm and the Autophagos?
If it does come from the end of the Garayo civilization, maybe it can turn back the Autophagos.
I wonder if that's why they carved the relief. It all adds up, but I keep going back to Phaeroh's words.
About disturbing Zaude? Thinking about it isn't likely to get us anywhere. We just have to go on.
There's a breeze. It's a vent.
Leave it to me!
Are we going to enter through here?
It might not be what you're used to as a knight, but yeah.
Rita, don't worry. I'm fine.
Please, I'm not worried.
You clearly are.
Oh, shut up! Hurry up and get that thing open.
You're the only one shouting.
Got it!
Wonderful. Let's take a look.
Watch my back.
Wavering darkness! Spread Phaeroh! Below silver light! Angel ray! Disturbing power! We're now unleashed! Before me!
I gotta try and keep up.
Brutal Fate!
Burn again! Green blaze, burn! Fireball! Critical blade! Conjure ill avaricious motherlode and crush the evil before me! Princess grant us your magnificent grace! Lunar Rondo! Lunar beating of the earth! The sign of victory!
Yeah!
Yay!
You got pretty good. This one's pretty tough.
Don't just stand and they're whining.
Dragon! Oh, angelic princess, grant us your magnificent embrace! Come forth, though avaricious netherworld! Crush the evil before me! Straight move like this blade! This ends now! Show disturbing power now unleashed! Brutal fire! Evil before me! Rain! Crescent moon!
Not done yet! Alright, who's next?
Oh, incandescent locust! Annihilate the vulgar before me! Starstruck!
There's no way we're gonna lose.
We'll destroy them in no time.
Please, pierce my sword!
Destruction!
And deliver my enemies unto me! Magnificent embrace! Lightning smile of wavering darkness! Zero! Eat! Grant them thy undefiled purity! Splash! Take that!
That wasn't too bad.
Been trained by knights. I won't lose.
Luna Ascendant!
Sharpened rage! Run through that! It's what's our future!
Stalagmite! Crescent Moon!
Oh, caprice of innocent waters!
Champagne!
All right.
Moonlight Havoc!
The sign of victory!
Yeah!
Yay! This enemy doesn't look so nice.
We must be cautious.
Stars oh, incandescent locust! Annihilate the vulgar before me!
Spiral Flare! Tailing Circle!
Not done yet!
Oh, angelic princess, grant us your magnificent embrace!
Oh, caprice of innocent waters!
Azure Edge!
Oh, din of this modest land!
New Moon Blade!
Dragon! Brutal Fang! Dragon!
Crescent Moon!
We show no mercy to enemies. We just rip them apart.
This one's pretty tough.
Don't just stand there whining.
Moonlight Havoc!
Destruction Field!
Oh, incandescent locust! Annihilate the
Azure!
Oh, this is bad.
Guardian Field!
snare! Deliver my enemies onto me!
Not done yet!
Oh, angelic princess, grant us your magnificent embrace!
Oh, flickering blaze, burn!
Fireball! I'm okay!
Take this! All right.
Crescent Moon!
Brutal
Power
Fang!
that drives soul shot! Photon!
The sign of victory!
Okay.
I've been wondering about this for a while now.
What?
How come the Royal Guard is so loyal to Alexei?
That's true. You'd think they'd have come to their senses by now.
Well, did you know that most of the Imperial Knights are taken as apprentices from the nobility?
Yeah, I wish I could forget.
Well, the Royal Guard protects the Emperor, and they're made up of the finest soldiers in the Imperial Knights.
Hasn't it been several years since we've had an emperor, though?
Exactly. In that time, the Commandant's cleverly made those knights into his own personal army.
It doesn't seem like that'd be enough to turn them into such little lapdogs, though.
Well, The ideals he offered them were attractive in their own ways. Lead our empire to prosperity, and what have you.
They were all so enamored with him, earnestly believing his every word. Even now, I imagine they believe in him.
But if you realize what kind of person he is, Flynn, then why can't they...
The world would probably be a better place if all those guys figured out the truth on their own.
We'll destroy them in no time!
Pierce Buster!
So is that okay?
Beautiful.
Sorry, but you're going bye-bye!
New Moon Blade! Flickering Blaze! Dragon Sword! Princess Princess with magnificent embrace! Crescent Moon! A blade of noble light! Overpower even indestructible evil! Moonlight Havoc!
I'll punish you!
All right, here we go! Yeah. Stronger and stronger!
This looks like fun!
Guardian Field!
Alright! Moonlight
Azure Edge!
Wavering darkness!
Dragon!
Din of this modern moon! Please!
Guardian Field!
Alright!
Crescent Moon!
Azure Edge! Tiger! I'll punish you!
There's no way we're gonna lose.
Finish that one! thinks you're going bye-bye.
Moonlight Havoc! Flynn Scifo!
Flickering blaze, burn!
Pierce Blast!
Brutal Bane!
Disturbing power now unleashed! Meet that judgment upon the evil before me!
Dragon!
Starstroke! Wonderful!
Arise and light of light!
Brutal Bane!
Healing Circle! Oh, angelic princess, grant us your magnificent grace!
Brutal Bane!
Nightingale! Crescent Moon!
Alright, who's next?
The sign of victory!
Okay,
Yay!
good job.
Focus on the enemy in front!
Destruction!
Grant them thy undefiled purity! Oh, flickering blaze, burn!
Alright. Who's next? Azure Edge!
All right, here we go. Yay! All right!
This one's pretty tough.
Ooh, scary. Very scary.
Not done yet!
Flickering blaze, burn!
Brutal Bane!
A blade of noble light.
Dragon Sword!
Grant them thy undefiled purity.
Brutal Bane!
There's no way we're gonna lose.